Okay, so this is the start of the Select series again. Anybody that's been following our work knows that we've been, for the last, I guess, nearly 2 years, we've been doing this Select series. And basically what the Select series is every month I put together a series of guitars and just design different custom options together and put them into a miniature custom series. And really, like over the last 4 or 5 months, it's just been kind of crazy here. We've been developing 4 brand new guitars. We've been working on our facilities here. We've been expanding production. And we just had so much going on that really we just had to pull the pin on the Select series for a few months. So I think the last one that we did was actually the March Select series. So we're kind of getting back on top of things again, and we decided, right, it's time to kick it off again. And the Select series has been really popular for us. We've enjoyed doing it, so it's nice to finally have some Select series guitars to show you again. So I'm here with Kevin. Kevin's our main sales guy, and he's also a great guitar player. So I'm not a good guitar player, as a lot of people will probably already know. So Kevin is going to help us demonstrate these, and I'm going to talk you through just the different features of them, how we put them together, and what the different guitars are. So, so the key defining feature in this Select series is this beautiful candy stripe Padauk. And Padauk is beautiful in that it has these really nice light colors, and these colors here, they're almost vibrant red. Now here they look a little bit lighter, but whenever we finish it, the colors just really come together. So a beautiful figuring in it, beautiful coloring in it. So we just had to do something kind of special with this. And so as you can see, we have a fine selection. We have 6 guitars in this month's Select series. We have an X7, X10, X30, X20 12 string, an X20, and a beautiful little Amicus down the end. So, so a fine array of instruments, all with great tonal properties and a great variety of sounds. So if we kick it off with the X7, so this is the new X7 model that we updated and launched just at the end of May. And I suppose I should talk about some of the features that we changed. I suppose you actually can see more of it on the back. So one of the cool things you'll see on all of these new guitars is we've removed the heel entirely, re-sculpted and re-changed the back profile of the guitar. So with this extended access heel joint, it just gives you a lot more room to get your thumb right up the back of the neck. It's got a nice bevel here on the edge, a rib bevel, makes it sit comfortably, and the arm bevel. So over the old X7 that we used to have, we just increased the body size a little bit more. It's I guess it's more kind of a parlor size guitar as opposed to maybe people classified the previous one as more of a travel guitar. So it's still very compact, 24-inch scale, really nice, comfortable guitar to play, but has a bigger sound. And we reworked the sound hole as well, so it projects really nice to the player. And beautiful guitar, as you can see, really nice coloring in this. Like I don't know if it picks up well on the camera, but you know, it's vibrant reds here. And then we've matched that with a red transparent color over the carbon on the back. So Kevin's going to play you a few tunes on it. Take it away, Kev.
Yep, already can hear a beautiful, well-rounded tone. Very resonant for such a small guitar. First time I played it, was really impressed. And a lot of our customers just love it for finger picking style, that kind of great tone, great sound.
It's a guitar also that strums really well. You've got a pick there.
Yeah.
We just hear how it sounds strumming. Yeah, so as you can hear, it's got a nice full rounded sound. You know, it's a smaller body, so I think you get a bit more punch kind of in the mids, but it still has enough bottom end. You know, even when you strum there, it's got a nice fullness to it. So that's the X7. Better keep moving through these. What do we have a look at next? Let's change it up and go to the Amicus. You want to pass this one to me? So the Amicus has been one of the cool little things that have been very popular for us. Such an unusual guitar in that it's, I guess, yeah, let's just say it's the hybrid between a mandolin and a guitar. You know, it's a short scale, 18-inch scale, and tuned up to high D. So the idea behind it is you get those kind of mandolin tones, but you also can play all your regular chord shapes. So for a guitar player that doesn't really want to learn how to play mandolin, it gives you that kind of sound, but I guess it just gives you a little bit more nice fullness. I really like the way the Paduks come out in this. There's really nice grain structure here. 3 light bits and then the reds, and again with the red carbon on the back and sides. So Kevin, show us what you might do with that.
Yeah, well, quite a big fan of the guitar and the mandolin, and this is just a perfect balance in between. And as Alistair was saying before, for the guitar player, it's just absolutely perfect to bring a whole kind of new dimension to their playing. Perfect for folk, trad, country, bluegrass, or even acoustic rock kind of style. Great full tone, absolute excellent instrument to play.
Nice one. Yeah, it's got such a cool sound. So let's see where we go next. Let's have a look at the X20, X26 string. So X20 has been really at the center point of all our guitar work for what is it now, 6 years nearly since we launched it. And the X20 was the guitar really that took us a big step forward in terms of ergonomic shape and design. It was the first guitar that we used this offset sound hole from, and the edge bevels and the hand bevel here. So it's just really proven a very popular guitar just because of its ergonomics, and then it has a tone to back it up. You know, so it's a very comfortable guitar to just sit and play, just with the way it tucks into your body. So it's a really good middle of the road guitar. I think one of the great things about it is there's a lot of bottom end on it, and you really get to hear that bottom end with the way it projects through the sound hole. But it also has the mids and trebles to kind of balance that out. You know, so it's got good balance across the full range. You know, so yeah, this is again really nice figuring in this. Bit darker towards the bottom end here. Kind of going up towards lighter up here. Beautiful piece of wood, beautiful guitar. It's I knew this Paduk was going to make some special ones. So take it away, Kev.
Yeah. You can hear it already. It's just a real great projected sound, well-rounded tone, and most of the kind of customers that see this new Paduk now are just blown away by how much the red really pops when it's infused. You got that perfect dreadnought standard size sound. Resonance is incredible on these guitars, especially this one. Really shows. Unbelievable. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Kev. Let's move on to the X30. So the X30 is something we've been building for a long number of years in its previous form, and the X30 was our jumbo. And whenever we brought out the X20, we ended up discovering that really the X20 was a more jumbo sound than the actual X30 was. So we discontinued the X30 about, I guess, about 4 or 5 years ago. Never got around to redesigning it until this year, and finally then in May, we brought out the new X30. And this has been such a big step forward. Fantastic sounding guitar, but the real thing that makes it stand out is the ergonomics, I think. The great thing with carbon fiber, you know, as a lot of you will know, is we can mold it to any shape, and that makes such a difference with the ergonomics. So what we've done was we put this rib bevel here to make it sit into your body really well. We've created this healthy offset design here, so this really allows your leg to kind of sit into it. And then we have removed the heel design like on the other guitars, and this allows you to get really good access up the neck. So the back is very sculpted. Then on the front we've got this forearm bevel and a little bit of an extra bevel here just for your hand to get right up the neck. So it's a lot of sculpture going on there, and that just really allows you to get this guitar to tuck in. You know, a lot of jumbo guitars, they have that big sound, but just you hate to play them because you know your arm might go to sleep when you've got your arm over the top of it. And so I wanted to build a guitar with a big sound, and this has a big sound. It's got a big body that just produces a lot of bass, and with the offset sound hole, it really projects it towards you when you play it, so you just really feel it hitting you in the face. But also it's got a good balance on the other registers. You know, it's not just all bass. It's also got a good balanced tone in the mids and trebles. So Kevin, I'll give it to you, and maybe give us a few
nice big chords. Yeah, definitely. The first time I've ever actually played the new X30, I was kind of blown away by its incredible depth. And as Alistair mentioned earlier, when you're playing a jumbo-sized guitar, the up around here with this really cleverly designed bevel it can really make the inside of your elbow very, very uncomfortable. And after playing for an hour or two, it can actually leave a guitar player very painful and scourge the inside of their skin. This really cleverly designed bevel would let you play that all night, and you wouldn't even realize that you're playing a jumbo. It's that comfortable, especially with the contours in the back. It's incredible. And then you've got the sound. And it's also beautiful for finger picking too. Really just lets that bass note resonate.
Beautiful. Great sounding guitar. So, okay, let's have a look at 12 strings. Kev, do you play a 12 string much at all?
I love the sound of a 12 string and everything else, and I really like to kind of play one when I get the chance. This one's incredible. It's probably, when I played, I think the X2012 first time, it was probably one of the best sounding 12 strings I've ever played. The overall tone, the power of it is incredible.
It's a very powerful 12 string. Yeah, so I mean, one of the things that we've really excelled at has been 12 strings, and you know, as we've been developing our range of guitars, probably if you look at our full range, it's very different than the range of guitars that you'll see from a lot of other makers, and that really is being dictated by the strengths of the material. You know, I always say carbon fiber builds a really good 6-string guitar, but it builds a great 12-string guitar. You know, it overcomes a lot of the issues with the tension on the neck. It just gives you that much more stability, tuning stability, and also great tone. It's punchy, it's powerful, and it's easy to live with, you know, because it stays in tune. You know, it's I'm sure you've been at gigs where you're playing the guitar and it just keeps on moving with the lights and
the lighting and the heating, the
yeah,
humidity and sweat. So it comes along with being a stage performer.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Big sustain, big sound. So let's finish this off by looking at the X10. And I can't really say I have a favourite in all these guitars, but I have to say the X10 has just been kind of blowing me away. And it's because of how we designed it, but also just because how people are playing it. And you know, it's got such a versatile sound. You know, like we've had different people coming in here playing it over the last while, and watching Johnny Gallagher on tour with it, and Ryan Sheridan on tour, and a few people that have been going out. You know, the early people that have been playing it. It's just been great to hear it. But so let's explain the X10. So the X10 is, I guess what you need to know from me is I kind of have a love for electric guitar music, maybe even a little bit more so than acoustic guitar music. And but I found myself in this acoustic world, and I love it. But I've always wanted to build something that kind of fitted back into that electric world, and an acoustic guitar that just had a place that fitted a little bit in between both acoustic and electric. And what I've done with the X10, I wanted to build something that had a really comfortable body, really comfortable neck, and it has the similar ergonomics to those other guitars. You know, it's got the heelless design, so you know you've got 24 frets and you can reach them all. It's got the rib bevel here, the arm bevel, so it's a very comfortable guitar. A little bit slimmer neck than our other guitars. It's a 43mm neck, and feels a little bit more like an electric neck. You know, so I wanted to build something that was fast and really playable. And we offer this in 3 different levels, but on this one we've gone with our level 2 system, which combines this Crevo magnetic pickup, which is handmade, custom made for us. It's a really cool pickup because it's a magnetic, but it's a really thin magnetic. So it allows us to put it on top of the soundboard rather than actually having to cut into the soundboard. So it keeps the integrity of the whole soundboard and keeps that moving acoustically as well. And then inside we're using these Graphtec pickups. And the cool thing about them is it's actually 6 individual pickups, and they're height adjustable. So if you want to change the height of your acoustic guitar, it's simple on this. It's 2 little Allen keys, bring it up and down, and so it's easily adjustable. If you want to go low, you want to go high. You know, if you wanted to go with really light kind of electric strings on it, or you know, it's easy to set up for that. But the other great thing about that is it just gives you this great definition and clarity between each string, great balance from string to string, great separation. So on board we've got independent volume controls for the magnetic and the piezo, and then a 3-way switch that allows you to select between them. So piezo magnetic, and magnetic only. So it gives you a very versatile sound. The Crevo, it really complements the acoustic side of this. You know, it just gives it a little bit more bite than the piezos, but at the same time it's you know, it's got a nice fullness, a nice warm electric kind of sound. Yeah, really cool guitar, beautiful looking guitar with this Paduk again, and but very versatile. So Kevin's got it plugged into our little Marshall, and show you a little bit what it can do.
Well, yeah, the first time I actually laid my eyes on the X10, I was just kind of blown away, because I would consider myself maybe more of an electric player sometimes than acoustic, even though I love both. And the fact is, seeing the magnetic pickup and the piezo pickup and everything else was just like blown away. I'll just show you a wee bit of each. This is the piezo. And now just for the magnetic, that just gives you a wee bit more of a bite. And obviously we can go in between, so we get a little bit of magnetic and the piezo at the same time. If we kind of hear a nice crunchy blues shuffle.
Nice one. That's what I had designed that guitar for. It's you know, just very versatile. You know, right, sits really nice between the electric guitar world and the acoustic world. Yeah. And I think as an acoustic, you know, on stage, it's just got a real fullness. You add in that magnetic into it, you know, it just gives you, it's a big sound. So so that's this month's Select series. We've enjoyed building them. I hope you've enjoyed our little description of them. If you go on to emeraldguitars.com, you'll be able to find all these guitars. They're all listed for sale now. This is a set of 6. When the 6 are sold, they're gone. You'll always be able to custom order something similar, but that's with a 4-month wait time. These are ready to ship, ready to go. And get in there, send an email to Kev, and we'll be talking to you. Talk to you soon.